With me today, I have a returning guest, Mr. Jacques Tredoux.
Thank you very much.
We'd like to have your thoughts to us because we are rapidly approaching the end of the year.
And that's, of course, only for the teaching staff, the
Yeah,
admin
we are a
staff.
little bit luckier than the admin
Absolutely,
staff.
and all
We
those
gotta
kind of
show them.
things.
We gotta show the admin staff a lot of love in the comments. Please.
Absolutely.
Isn't something that has happened like overnight. This is something that took a lot of practice and a lot of work.
The big one, I think, is that we're also going to up our school spirit. And that's where we're introducing the house system.
Yes,
So
this is part of every student's favorite thing that happened last year, which is school spirit.
quite a few new things we're introducing for the next academic year. Number one, I think the most exciting things is that
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our last episode for this season. I'm your host with the most. Everybody knows me by now. And with me today, I have a returning guest, Mr. Jacques Tredoux.
thank you very much. Nice being back.
Now, it's really lovely to have you here with us again. And before we go over to the episode, we'd like to have your thoughts to us because we are rapidly approaching the end of the year, specifically 2 days left, and then we'll finish. But how does it feel to approach the end of the year?
I think it's like when we normally feel like when you get to the end of the year, you start unpacking it
Mm-hmm.
and starting to think what worked, what didn't work, where we can improve.
Yeah.
And I think that's always the exciting component of reaching this time of the year, besides the excitement and the staff that's going on holiday and getting a well-deserved rest. The and that's, of course, only for the teaching staff. The admin staff.
We are a little bit luckier than the admin
Absolutely.
staff.
The admin staff are now going into the component where they need to get the school ready for the next academic year and re-registration and all
We
those
gotta
kind
show
of
them.
things.
We gotta show the admin staff a lot of love in the comments. Please.
Absolutely. But it's now, it's that exciting time where you unpack and say, all right, this has worked, we need to build on that, and there we can improve, and let's improve there, and then put plans in place for that. So I think that's the exciting bit.
Certainly. A lot of inner reflection to see what worked and what didn't work and what can we improve upon, just like how you said it. Now, we've had Mr. Jacques with us in school since our days at Family Mall, and I'd like to forward this question to you, Mister. How does it feel so far?
Like I said at that stage as well, I think the school's got a huge amount of potential, and I think if you look at the team, there's a very good core team, and I think at that stage I said to you, watch, we're going to create a red wave in Kurdistan. When I say red wave, of course, I mean with our
We're
uniforms.
talking about the uniform, guys. We don't have
talking
any
about
bad
uniform.
intentions.
So I think we're going to create a massive red wave in Kurdistan. People are starting to take note of the school. They're starting to take note of the team effort. And I think the most important thing is that they realize there's a special family here, special school family, and that we're a school of heart. You know,
Yes.
every school offer education. Every school offer more or less the same thing. But the difference is when they start realizing there's a heart. When you have this in a school, that means that goes far.
Yeah,
And
it
when
goes a long way.
That goes a long way. And out of experience, that's what parents are looking for. They come to experience a feeling. Because when you walk into any building, any company, any society you walk in, you can quickly feel what's the feeling there.
Exactly. You could immediately touch the atmosphere.
Exactly. And
That's
that's something you
relief,
can't
sure.
fake.
Yeah.
You can't fake it. So somebody will walk in and feel there's warmth here, there's heart here, this is what I want to be part of. Or they'll walk in and realize what they say and what's on the ground, the feeling, we're not experiencing the same. And that is especially now going during the summer holiday, where we're going to re-register our parents and our students, and also attract quite a lot of new families for the next academic year. That's all that they want to see, is that we are a school of art.
Exactly. We are not a school of chance. We are the school of choice.
Exactly.
Ultimately, that's what we are trying to be. And what about the end of the year update that is going to happen or will happen by the time this episode is uploaded?
So when this episode is uploaded, we then had, of course, our PTCs, our parent-teacher conference. That's also something new this academic year, that we issue our reports tomorrow. And then after that, with that as well, we have our parents given an opportunity to meet with the teachers again for the last time this academic year.
One final goodbye.
Absolutely. And then also when this episode is aired, we would have had our year in function for staff, and where they also could have some fun. And we also have then recognized a lot of our staff that's done long service. We have some staff here that's been here since for 11 years, 10 years, and then 5 years plus. So I think in total it's 23, 24 staff members that's going to be recognized, which has been because of long service. I think that's something also special about a school. International schools, that's one of the big challenges for international schools, is to retain staff, because that's what international schools are. They come and they move on. And I think when you have 23 staff members that's been here for between 5 and 10 years, that speaks volumes for international schools and speaks volumes for who we are. That means that we a stable ship, and people wants to remain part of the school.
Of course, we are not a ship with holes. We are a ship that is always steadfast and ready for sailing.
Yeah, that old English saying, "Rolling stones doesn't go a moss," and that's here we can say is that we go a moss. We're part of an institution that you want to be part of.
Now that we're done with our intro segment, we're going to go for the updates, and that is the future plans for next academic year. Now, of course, Mr. Jacques is going to be the star of this week's episode since he's our guest. And what plans have you got for us cooked?
Quite a few new things we're introducing for the next academic year. Number one, I think the most exciting things is that we have changed our school day, still the same hours, but starting at 8:15 and finish at 3:15, to create a window of 45 minutes at the end of the day where we're going to have various clubs and societies, as well as sport clubs. So I think that is so you as a student will be able to choose which club and society you want to be part of. Also, our academic staff will be available in the afternoons for academic support. Certain students will be invited to be part of that and to help them academically, and for other students will be a choice. So basically, in 3 or 4 afternoons in the week, students will be busy with extramurals or academic support. And I think that is, so example, they can choose chess, football, basketball, cooking,
why not?
public debating. And it's all, again, if you look at a school, these are soft skills that we teach our students that will help them one day. For example, what we the two of us are doing currently.
Exactly.
It's public speaking kind of sort of view, or how to present yourself in something like this, interviews.
Exactly. And this isn't something that has happened like overnight. This is something that took a lot of practice and a lot of work.
Absolutely. And this is what we would like to introduce in our club societies, for example, public speaking, or how to be a presenter in podcasts. So you can do something like that with students and train them for that. So it's all soft skills. And then so that's one component to it. The second component as well is we in January 2025, we're adding an additional 27,000 squares to our campus. By September 2025, we will have a 500-seater theater, one football field and another basketball court. We all have state-of-the-art science labs, so we're going to we currently, of course, have a very good science lab, but we upgrading them to the latest technology and in a new section
there's
as well.
Room for improvement.
Yes, and I think what we're really looking forward to as well is that our 7, 8, and 9s will basically be in the building where we are now, and the 10, 11, and 12s will be in our new facility. Also, again, help channeling according to their age groups, which is also, of course, a healthy thing to do. So those are a couple of the highlights, and of course the big one. I think is that we're also going to up our school spirit, and that's where we're introducing the house system.
Yes,
So
this is part of every student's favorite thing that happened last year, which is school spirit. Watch our previous episode.
absolutely. So now our parents and students and staff have voted, and we eventually came up with 4 houses, and the 4 houses is going to be bravery, integrity, serenity, and kindness.
Yes.
So those are the 4 houses that we now selected.
Yes, they
And-
all revolve around the theme of house ethics. That's what we decided to call it.
Absolutely.
And I think our editors can do a wonderful job by displaying the houses here in this blank
That would
space.
that'd be great. So and now how it works is now the staff are dividing our families into who's academically, sport, and culturally inclined, so that the houses are competitive.
Yes.
So that's a hard work that's taking place now. And we are going to do a huge launch of our house system in the beginning of the next academic year. In the meantime, we will start splashing it on social media, so please look at that.
Yes.
And I think we'll continue building on the Spirit Tuesdays that we introduced. And it was quite good to see how many students, when we now asked them
Anything
I
but a
think-
vague day.
at the end of the year, what did they enjoy? And they said they enjoyed the Spirit Tuesdays. Anything but a bag day, for example, seems like was the highlight.
Yeah.
And we'll continue building on that, and continue also looking at how else can we make this institution which students enjoy being at.
Exactly. This institution that we are in is not just about excellence in academic quality, but also, like Mr. Jacques said, it's with school spirit. We want to nurture the feeling of belonging. We want students to feel like they want to belong here to our school.
Yeah, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. Is that creating a sense of belonging, and something that I'm also strong about is that everybody must greet each other, because if you walk into an institution where nobody greets each other, then there's no sense of belonging. But when we are, and that's something we really continue to emphasize, and it really has improved the last couple of weeks, especially the teenagers. They're starting
Yes.
to get them to where we get them to greet.
Yeah, they started to reply
look at
back
it-
to our good mornings.
Exactly. Look at each other in the eye and say good morning, and you move on. And by doing that, you create a sense of belonging. I'm welcome here. I feel that I want to be here. That's also something special about the school, and I think that's a kind of school culture we're busy creating here.
Yes, yes, certainly. Now, Mr. Jacques, going back to the houses. Now, we have House Bravery, House Integrity, House Serenity, and House, the last house
Kindness.
is Kindness, yes. We nurture kindness, no other way around. Now, what are some merits of joining a house?
So, talking about building a sense of belonging. So, being part of a house means that, or a family. So, for example, if my boys were here, they would be in a house. So, all a family, all the kids will be in one house.
Yeah,
So, it creates that sense of belonging, but it also creates that sense of a little bit of competitiveness.
of course,
So,
of course.
we as the 4 houses will compete against each other. And I'll explain a little bit about that now. So it creates that I'm part of something, I'm belonging, and it creates that school spirit.
Yeah.
And that's what we want, is that we create that school spirit that people feel it's fun being part of BISK.
Of course, of course. That's what our aim is. And again, the aim of the houses is going back to it. It's creating a sense of belonging and creating a sense of healthy competition between the houses. Otherwise, it'll go stale.
No, exactly. And I think we all know by now, we thrive and learn the most when we are in an environment that we enjoy being part of.
Certainly.
And I think that is where schools sometimes fall short. We tick all the academic boxes. We tick all the boxes. But there's one thing we lack, and that is if students don't enjoy where they are. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what kind of facilities you have. If it's not an environment you enjoy being part of, you will not thrive.
Exactly.
And I think that's already what I've also been seeing the last 12 weeks. It's where students are saying to me, we enjoy being part of the environment, and with that they started thriving. And that, if you ask me what's the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to for next academic year, it's that.
The sense of excitement and belonging from
Absolutely, and
students.
that they thrive.
Yes,
They thrive
and
because
thriving.
they like being here.
Exactly. And of course, if we see students who are inclined to learn, we couldn't be happier ourselves.
No, exactly. Take you as an adult, when you enjoy what you're doing, that's when a day you look up and think, yeah, it was 8 o'clock 5 minutes ago. It felt like 5 minutes ago, but it's already 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's when you realize you're having fun and you enjoy what you might work hard, but you enjoy being part of it.
of course.
And
Time flies by.
exactly, time flies when you have fun.
Exactly.
And that's what we trying to create here.
Certainly. Now, out of all these future plans that we have for the future, the next and the closest one to have is the houses plan. Yes?
That's right.
And of course, this is all exciting news for all our parents and families at home watching us. We're done with the updates for our future for the school. However, the show will go on. The show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like I said at the beginning, this is the end of the first season of our show. And there's no better way to finish it than with our school principal, Mr. Jacques Tredoux. Yes?
Well, thank you for that. I hope so.
And what to expect from us for next year? Certainly, we want you to expect more episodes. Stay tuned. And another thing that we will be working on is that we are busy inviting influential community members like maybe Mr.
Seed
Jacques could shed some
Foundation.
light.
So we're inviting the Seed Foundation as well, and also you've got all the secrets there up your sleeve,
Of course, we can't share too much.
but can't share too much. But for example, the Seed Foundation, I think, is one of the most exciting ones, where we're going to work closely with them in the next academic year, especially regarding the clubs and societies, where they also we're going to run intense anti-bullying campaigns, and also how to be a responsible citizen and a school citizen. And that's where the Seed Foundation also comes in, and they will come to help with that. The most exciting things I neglected to say is, or to mention, is we're going to have a 2-week intense program for our students when they come back. We're going to have some academics,
Of course.
but the major focus will be Seed Foundation that will assist us to running anti-bullying campaigns, how to be a responsible citizen, and also other exciting workshops that will set the tone for the next academic year. Part of that as well is going to be some spirit days, where the houses already will start kicking in.
Yes.
And I think also something great fun about the houses is that every house will have a different house shirt. So on certain days when we have house activities, they will wear that house shirt as well.
Yes. But on regular days, the students will wear their regular school uniform.
Yeah, they're wearing what I'm wearing.
Yes.
And then they will, of course, wear those special shirts and stuff on the
On like special
sport- on the
activity days and
house
sporting
days.
events.
And then the staff are also getting staff shirts.
All right.
So
New items in my wardrobe.
so on Thursdays, staff will be allowed to wear their special staff shirt, and then we get rid of our ties, and we create an environment where the staff also can portray their BISK proud. I think everybody is BISK proud, but on
course.
Thursdays they can now show clearly they're BISK proud, and that's why I'm wearing
Certainly.
my shirt, because I'm BISK proud.
Yeah. I wish I could have worn mine, but mine
Next
is in the
time.
laundry.
Next time.
Next time, certainly. And finally, one last update for the future of our show. We are certainly planning on inviting more alumni students who have long left the school but are still part of it in spirit. Now, any closing remarks for the last episode, Mr. Jacques?
I would like to say to everybody, thank you for this academic year. It was a good academic year, but it also had some challenges. And I'm quite impressed with the school community and how they steered through those challenges. And I always say that you show your true character in difficult times.
Of course.
In easy times, it's very easy to show that you're something else. And I think that the school has shown true character and show that this is a community that you want to be part of. So I'd like to say also thank you to all the parents for entrusting the kids in our care, and looking forward to welcoming back everybody at the beginning of the next academic year.
Certainly.
And also to all the staff for their hard work and dedication. School cannot operate without the staff, and I'm super proud to be the leader of this team. It's a team that I've led a couple of teams in my life, and I will really say that this is a staffing component that's up there, and I'm really, really proud of them, and looking forward to see what we as a team can achieve next year. I think, as I said earlier, I think already the community is taking note of the red wave that's starting to take over, and I think 24, 25 they're gonna really say, if you're not part of this school, they're gonna say we made a mistake.
Yeah, you're not riding the wave, right? If you're not part of our school.
I'm not part of the wave. I made a mistake not being part of being part of the school and not being here, and they might just want to find out then how to get hold of us, how to be part of the school.
Certainly.
And I think that's also lastly one is I think our school is a school community where we are a school of choice. It's not a right to be part of our school. And even in our process of how we allowing students into our school, I think that's also something that I really find exciting. It's not a right to be part of our school; it's a privilege. And
exactly.
With that said, that's also how you get the right families to be part of the school.
Part of the Red Wave community.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to our last episode. And thank you so much, Mr. Jacques, for being our wonderful guest for the finale. I've been your host, and this is a little bit bittersweet, but see us next season, and we have been proud.